Hi, and thank you for coming to today's training call. This is Jennifer Bagley, CEO of CI Web Group. Today we're going to be focusing on search engines as well as domain names, how to choose a domain name. The more literal, the better. For small business owners, it's ever more important for you to have the easiest road to success as possible, because typically most small business owners don't actually have the amount of resources or the amount of funds to contribute towards a search engine optimization project. So in order to make things much, much easier for them to start off their business, invest in a website, and actually have that website start converting to cash, we want to take the easiest road possible. A lot of times they'll sit down with a branding company or a marketing agency that typically will guide them down the path that is a good path. It's branding, choosing names that are memorable, it's creating an evocative name or a literal name, and all of these things. And all of those are very important. However, again, it's one of those situations where we're investing in the right things at the wrong time. What we want to do is be able to give someone who hasn't been able to succeed online a better chance at getting their investment to start converting to cash quicker, so that down the road you can then rebrand. So I'll give you some examples. CIWebGroup.com. Originally, we started as Compliments International. If I would have known then what I know now, I think I would have probably chose a domain name that was more like Dallas Web Design Services, something that was very, very literal. You see, when you're putting search terms into Google, for example, if I'm to type in Med Spa Plano, the ability for me to get a website that does not have the term Med Spa or Plano inside the URL, it's going to be much more difficult and take longer and require more of an investment to get those websites to show up at the top of Google. So the search engine, right now I'm using Google. I'm on Google Chrome as my browser, and I'm not signed into Google, so you have an idea what search results I'm getting. I've typed in Med Spa Plano. So the first three sites right here, these are all ads. This is Google Ads. These are pay-per-clicks. They had to pay to be here, and every time the link is clicked, they have to pay. The right-hand side is the Google map. Right here, in this area right here, this is Google's local business listings. Google Business Listing, this is fantastic. This is, every one of you should be on it. It's free. I see a lot of companies that charge for it. It's free to set up. It's difficult to get to the top in some situations, so sometimes you may pay experts to help you position yourself on the Google Business Listing, increase the number of reviews that you have, and so forth, which can help you move those up. However, actually signing up for Google Places in the Business Directory is actually free, so you should definitely take advantage of that. Now on the right-hand side, these are also ads. Again, these are paid for ads. If you stop paying, you stop getting traffic. So we actually have to scroll down quite a bit, which most people do, to this central area right here where we have the organic search results. Now, every once in a while someone will call me and they'll say, Jen, I just went and I searched for blank, and I found a website that actually grades really, really, really low, but the website is in the top of Google for the organic search phrase. How is that possible? You said the websites had to grade higher. The only way to actually, well, I shouldn't say the only, one of the only ways that you can actually have a poor website, poorly developed, poorly optimized site show up in that top area is by somewhat, I probably shouldn't use the word cheating, but giving yourself an advantage by having a literal domain name. So let me give you an example. Right here we have Med Spa, Med Spa, right? So our search was Med Spa Plano. Now let's go down. We have Med Spa. We have two of the search phrases inside the domain. Here we have Plano Women's Health Care, and they have a permalink that has the word spa in it. So now again, we have two of the search phrases inside the URL with a permalink that helps it show up. Here we have Revival Medical Spa, and they're using Revival Medical Spa in the description, and the site actually's name its title is Laser Hair Removal, Allen, Plano, Texas, Photo Facial. So they have the word Plano, medical, spa in the title, the description, as well as the URL. Now these sites, I've actually went in and looked at these. These sites have been around for a long time. So the other thing these guys have online, or have as an advantage, is they've been on the internet for a very long time. So here's the site that we built for one of our clients, Dr. Marianne Pruitt with Aesthetic Elegance, Med Spa, and Gynecology. Let's see here. This is the trick. This website actually is a 8-month-old domain name. So let's go look at how this site grades, because right now we're looking at position number 4 on page 1 of organic search. So we're going to go over here and let's go look at this website grade. The website was built very, very well, a 92 out of 100. We're currently adding content, so they now have 306 pages indexed online. The search engine metadata for the physical website is very clean and clear as far as what it does. We're going to scroll down. Each page has been optimized properly. And I want you to look at this. This is 8 months and 1 week old. The domain name is 8 months and 1 week old. The website has actually only been on the internet for 2 whole months. So we're talking about a baby URL and a site that's only been on the internet for 2 months. How do we get it to the very first page of Google within a 2-month time frame for a brand new domain name? A lot of work. So in addition to the site being built properly, lots of content has been added to the site. A massive amount of inbound links have been added and continue to be added on a daily and weekly basis. That, combined with the domain name itself, Plano Med Spa, so that has all 3 of our primary search phrases in the domain name. Now their original domain or website is aestheticelegance.com. Aestheticelegance.com is going to be much more difficult to get to show up on the first page of Google in the top 4 search results if we would have went that route. Even if the Aesthetic Elegance website has the time online, it's still going to cost more and take more resources and take more time to get to show up where we want it. So this client, I love Dr. Marianne. She's incredible. She was very, very understanding and let experts be experts, and the advice that we gave them to go with the domain name Plano Med Spa has actually really, really paid off by putting them on the first page of Google for their #1 search phrase, which is Med Spa Plano. All right, and that's in a very short amount of time. From a traffic standpoint, to go from 0 to the top 7% in less than 2 months, we're talking about a pretty significant increase in traffic in a very, very short amount of time. Again, this is a managed account, and there's a lot of things behind this, but great example of how picking the right domain name along with all of the other things that we had combined really, really put this client in a great position on the internet, and also is going to give them a much bigger return on their investment much faster. All right, let's go to the next one. So now we're going to look for Locksmith Dallas. Same scenario. We're looking locally. It's a local business. These are the pay-per-clicks. Now for this particular client, we have a very, very balanced approach with them. We are doing a pay-per-click campaign which brings in a lot of traffic. We spend a tremendous amount of time also working on the Google business listings. So you'll notice they have placement directly here in the pay-per-click space. We also have them showing up with their reviews in the business listing. And in addition to that, we also have secured position #1 on page 1 for not just this search term, but about 20 different other search terms as well. However, if you go down just a couple slots, you're looking at dallas-locksmith.com. Dallas-Locksmith actually is a pretty poorly designed site. It's not really developed that well. We didn't design this one. But they're able to make it on page 1, position #3, because their site has been up for a very long time, as well as a great, great domain name. Very smart domain name. Now, they're not too smart because we're right behind them, and we actually created a second website called dallas-locksmith.net. And this site is now sliding up as quickly as possible into that 4th position, 5th position on page 1 of Google, and slowly is moving up and giving this one a run for its money. And we actually were able to do that with the .net site, which doesn't happen that often as well. So again, looking at the domain names, we search for locksmith, Dallas, and we're seeing Speedy, locksmith, Dallas locksmith, Dallas locksmith, Dallas locksmith. You'll see in the page titles, the page description, as well as in the domain name, those domain names that have those in the search phrases, it's going to be a lot easier to get them on the front page of Google. So here's a few more examples as well. Locksmith, Dallas, and they have Dallas in the permalink. So let's go look at a couple different ways we can look for that. Actually, I think I have one open here. All right, so this is Emergency Locksmith Dallas. Same situation. We have a number 2 positioning on the pay-per-click ads. In addition to that, we also are number 1 for the search phrase in the organic areas. And we're also pulling up the rear with the Dallas-locksmiths as well. So you'll kind of get an idea of how this is coming up. So let's go look for residential. All right, same thing, trying to get an idea. So these guys really are smart. I love working with these kind of clients. They get it. Obviously the revenue is there for them to be able to continue to invest and in their positioning for both of these. So very smart, great positioning for the clients. But please notice all of the sites, you may have websites that actually grade poorly but are able to make it onto that first page simply because the domain name as well as the domain age. Never, never underestimate having a very literal domain name. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, so let me get out of here. This is the site that we built for A1 Locksmith. That's the one that owns all those first positions. So you can kind of get an idea of how that website was put together. And this was under our Compliments International brand. Here's the grade for the site, 94 out of 100. Again, we're adding content frequently, 690 pages. There's the optimization. This site has been a domain for 13 years, grades a page rank of 5. And we've had these sites, let's see here, I want to say it's been about 2 years now. So we've done a lot of great things in getting those sites up, but not just getting them up, maintaining them, because they have some really steep competition when it comes to those search phrases. Now as we go through, we'll go down. Traffic rank, top 8%. So for locksmiths searches that are local to Dallas, this is a great site, great traffic, great positioning. This is another great example. So let's go ahead and get out of here. All right, video, email, and conferencing. I wanted to show you this. We have a client that it was very important to them to show up for different ranges of search phrases that had to do with video, email, video conferencing, and so forth. So a multi-site strategy utilizing different sites with those very, very specific key phrases is the only thing that's going to get them that traffic that they need, that is for people who don't know them, have no idea who they are, and so forth. And really, the competition is actually very steep when you get into video email, video conferencing systems. You're talking about competing with Skype and TalkFusion and a lot of other very big companies. So this is a really good positioning. Again, this comes from one thing, and that is having a well-built site with a great domain name, because this is a brand new site. Let's go look at the website grade for this. Very well-built site, 98 out of 100. It's gained that traffic, or it's gained that grade because the amount of pages added, 1,360 pages indexed, optimized. The site is only 6 months old, so this is a good one. With the 6-month-old website, a Google PageRank of 4, 164 backlinks, and traffic in the top 5%. We're talking about having really, really positioned the site well in a very short amount of time. So another good example. All right, let's get out of here. Now, I wanted to show you an example of a site that we did not build. This, but I like their domain name. So this is an example. Let's go here. Let's go, what was it? Local website design. Now these guys chose a search phrase, local website design. That's the search phrase that they chose. They're on position number 2 for that search phrase. However, their website is not real good. It wasn't doing real good. So again, that's the power of a great domain name. Website grades 49 out of 100. They only have 7 pages on the internet that have been indexed. They have no headings, which is like reading a newspaper without any headings. They have very little SEO. Look at this. Actually, it's looking at the same page over and over and over again, which means they probably have used the same page title for everything or put something inside a container. This is bad. Missing no headings. No images have, let's see here. Oh, actually, they do have on those. 4 years now. Look, they don't even have a 301 redirect. I talked about that a couple days ago in another training, which this is a no-brainer for a web company. So they have a Google PageRank of 5. They only have 17 inbound links. The 4 years on the internet is really pulling them along and having a very, very literal search phrase, a very literal domain name. Those are really almost the only 2 things this company has going for it. Local website design as to website address, and 4 years on the internet. Let's see here. Everything else, we're not using social media real well, no RSS feed, no conversion forms, and the traffic's at 12.23%, which again is pretty low, but great positioning for a search phrase. Now I'd be curious, and I don't know because I haven't went and looked yet, but I'd be curious how many people are searching for a local website design. And I'd also be curious to see if they show up for local website design team, local website designer, local website design. So let's just do a couple real quick, but I don't want to get stuck on that. So let's see, local website, they still have designer. Let's try design company. And let's see what, look at this. That is fantastic. That is the power of a crappy website. However, a great domain name with some H to it. So that's a great example. Very smart. All right, let's get out of here real quick. And local visibility, we'll go ahead and leave this one alone. All right, so let's go on to, here's another example, Da Vinci female surgeon. I wanted to show you kind of, and also talk about stuff that's upcoming. The technology, Da Vinci robots, is relatively new in the women's medical field. So being on the forefront, starting in the beginning of when something like that, Da Vinci robotic surgery, Da Vinci surgeons, Da Vinci female surgeons, and so forth, starting to claim those places early is really, really, really going to help you position yourself well. So for this one, Da Vinci female surgeon is a very, very general, and it's also worldwide, search phrase. There's 95,000 results. And really what we were looking for is to get Dr. Marianne Pruitt positioned here. So this site is a couple months old, and same thing, we're able to get her on the first page of Google, on position number 9 in a very quick amount of time. Now, we also started another website, which I think it's Da Vinci female surgeon something. I can't remember that one. But those 2 sites combined with some backlinking strategy is going to help get those up. Now, you'll see here the directories really come up first, the social media accounts. That's why social media is critical. You see Facebook. Look at this one, Da Vinci female surgeon. This particular Facebook account is really, really nailing that first position, and guess who it is? This is Marianne Pruitt's Facebook page, so you can't underestimate Facebook. It's so critical. So she owns position number 1 for a global search term, Da Vinci female surgeon. Position number 1 with her Facebook account, and then we slide down, and she's got her site coming up here, and then we have some other sites that are coming up. But look at these search phrases and start paying attention to what the domains are that people are using. Start looking at those because that's really important as well. All right, with that, I have one more I wanted to show you. This particular project I love. This company, it's copy repair, copiers, and maintenance company in Dallas. This is Meridian Office Systems. So here, copiers, Dallas, we have 214 search results. This is the only one doing the pay-per-click on the top level, pay-per-click on the side. And these are, right here, these are all the Google business listings. So you're going to see that we actually have been able to position this right here is Meridian Office Systems. Meridian Office, this was the original website that the client came with when they first came to us. And we went ahead and built a new website called copyerdallas.com, and that is now position number 2 for the search phrase copiers in Dallas. So that's a great, great position and this was not a huge investment either to be able to easily take over that space. So now they have copiers, Dallas, Meridian Office, and that's some really good positioning to own number 2. And then also they've got some pay-per-click campaigns that they're doing as well. So between these 3 positions, they have 3 shots in really good positions to be able to pull that business in. Great, great, great example as well. All right. With that, hopefully that helps kind of understand if you're starting off and you're a smaller company, you may be able to get more traction by going with a more generic search phrase versus something like this or Neville Solutions, something like that. This one right here is a little out there as well. Even Meridian Office is as well. So go literal if possible. That's going to help you position yourself. And then let the branding people convince you to do some fancy term after you've made some money. Go after making money first. Convert that site into something that generates cash. And then after you've been able to hit that phase, then you can go back and look at rebranding like I've done with my own business as well. So I hope this was helpful. Please don't hesitate to sign up for future trainings as well. Our trainings are really broken into tactical trainings, technical trainings, strategic trainings, operational, as well as behavioral, really addressing those behaviors that prevent us from being successful even online. So you can go to ciwebgroup.com/fusion in order to sign up. And you also, if you're interested, can sign up for a 1-hour consultation. And we do these absolutely free with an inbound marketing specialist or a security specialist or a business strategist. You let us know what's most important to you and we'll get you taken care of. But our goal is really to educate you, and that's why we do these trainings for free and so frequently to help point you in the right direction. Again, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Please stand by.